Well, I was going for a drive, but I got all kinds of spirits telling me to record. So here's what we're gonna do. The fat lady has not sung yet on the election. The fat lady is yet to sing. So it's not over yet. The projection for the 17th is still looking good. We got that in a channeled message from Selene. So 17th is still looking pretty good. And 19th is something else. So 17th may be the beginning of the culmination or some large event. And the 19th may be another unveiling or another release of whatever it takes, voter fraud, some new information, etc. Mars goes direct tomorrow. This is the morning of the 12th. On the 13th, Mars goes direct in transit. And if you have a connection or feel an innate connection to any of the Mars deities, which include but are not limited to Ares, Mars, I forget the Norse god of war, Hercules, Hanuman. It can be lesser or greater. The Archangel Samael. Yeah, you can be creative with that. Then it would be a good time to do a ritual with those guys. Those guys and gals. What's a martial? Artemis uses a bow and arrow. It could be. She's moon, but could have some martial influx. Alright. And, what else should we tell them? Hope y'all are doing well. Mercury retrograde's been over for a while now, so that's been nice. You can still tell we're definitely in Scorpio season, though. You can feel it. I think the sun's around 20 degrees now in Scorpio. So yeah, so those are the main points. We've got Fat Lady has not sung on the election. No reason to keep an eye out for it. Just kind of progress with your life, see what happens. You've still got stuff to manifest, stuff to work on. I've been making good progress. If you saw my last video, Overcoming the Ego, I've been making good progress with that by catching my ego as it comes up each day. And some of the benefits that I've noticed are a clearer mind, much less mental chatter throughout the day, and a general, I know I'm not reflecting it now, but a general uplifting of mood. And I feel good. I'm just acting more medium, more middle of the road. Let's see what else. I've been enjoying the world of eating a lot. After my long 45 day juice fast, I've been eating like a horse, and I've been working out and stuff too. So I'm putting those calories into the body, and it's been a lot of fun. I've completely freed myself of all vegetarianism, veganism, so I'm back to just human life. Because one realization that I came to, although I'm still completely am satisfied and was on that path for a reason, and I still will use the tools that I learned during my veganism, vegetarianism, and just general following a very restrictive diet and restrictive protocols in the way of health, and then culminating with the juice fast. I'll use all of that information going forward in my life, and it played a good role, and it was there for a reason in this incarnation. But I realized that in the end, I was trying to become the immaculate human. I was trying to advance my humanism, and there was still some ego attached to it. Especially, I noticed it in places where my ego would come through in conversations with others. I would often say, well, of course you're acting like this because you eat animals and so you think like an animal. and that kind of stuff, which has some small level of truth to it, but it was more me trying to prove something to myself and to others about how good of a human I was. And I thought that the humanity, purifying it with diet and everything, was directly causally linked to uplifting my spiritual abilities. And just like it's kind of true that you will think more like an animal if you eat a bunch of animals all the time, there is some level of truth to that, but it's not directly causal. Same thing with this point. It's not directly causal that a clean diet gives you great spirituality. It can help you for sure, and it does help, and it did help for me, but they're not one-to-one either. You can transfer those powers over, and we all know psychics and all kinds of people, even if we don't know them in real life, that have what would be considered a terrible diet, but they're still able to maintain their abilities. So I loosened the strictness on all that stuff, and that's been great. It's been a lot of fun, and it's another evolution, because in the end, it's not about being the best human. It's about being a god, remembering your true nature, which is not humanity. It's older and wiser and much more expansive and greater than that. And so also I've been learning, and one thing to provide a balance to that prior video, overcoming the ego, is that is that it's not always a fight either with the ego. Just like anything in life, it's usually, like I learned when I was a pitcher in baseball, that if I was trying extremely hard and I was very trying to prove myself or being too serious, then that would affect my play negatively. If I was in the flow and I expected to do good and I was comfortable with how I was playing, and I was playing with ease, E-A-S-E, then things went much smoother. And so I found that is transferable to all aspects of life. So in that video I was more forceful because I was at the beginning of my path, so I was setting of that new path of overcoming the ego. And so now I've learned how to be more like water with it, to be softer with it, and to still catch it every time, but more to be, don't treat it like, same thing with my overarching theme of saving people or saving humanity. That's not something that I should seriously put all my forces into, because that's not how you do it in this realm. I should treat it with ease. I should purposefully enhance my own life, become the best person I can become, and as a natural ripple that will help other people. And I should treat myself with ease and with more of a relaxed, but also purposeful and with intent and with passion, but not push myself to the edge, not take it so seriously, because life is but a dream. And I'm just rowing down the river. Alright, so I'll leave you guys with that. Hope y'all have a great day, great few weeks. Keep cool. Bye-bye.